After arriving in Tokyo and spending a few days exploring the myriad shrines, temples, food stands, and the Shibuya Scramble, you realize that the rest of Japan is still calling to you like the sirens of Ulysses. A visit to Mount Fuji, that iconic symbol of Japan, is on everyone's itinerary. But let's say that your time is limited and you want to see an active volcano and partake of the life-extending myth of the black egg, in addition to capturing a classic photo of Mount Fuji. Then an all-day or longer excursion to Hakone might be best for you. You can get to Hakone via guided bus and car tours, but most people elect to ride the trains. One train in particular, the Odakyu Limited Express 70,000 series, better known as the Romance Train, is scheduled to meet the needs of the day traveler. These crimson rail cars are the most recent iteration of a long line of romance cars. The one big advantage is that the front observation deck of the lead car provides an unobstructed view of what lies ahead. A videographer's dream. The Shinkansen stops in Odawara, near Hakone, but with the lovely countryside laid out before you, who is interested in speed? Oh, and by the way, there is no hanky-panky on these romance trains. The term romance is related to the presence of two-person seats without separating armrests. In my case, the 70,000 series romance train was sold out, so I had to take one of the trains without the special observation area. The trip began at the Shinjuku station, then to Hakone Yumoto station, and then transferring to the Hakone Tozan line to Gora station. The caveat here is to purchase your seat reservation as early as possible, some say a month in advance, to get one of the observation deck seats on the romance train. The town of Gora is a destination in itself, with museums like the Glass Museum, art museums, the Open Air Museum, shopping, the unique Gora Brewery and Grill, and classic ryokans with traditional food and the famous heated onsens. It can also serve as a home base for exploring the Owakadani volcano, Lake Ashinoko, and the town of Moto Hakone. And best of all, if the weather is favorable, one can see Mount Fuji in all its splendor from Owakadani and Lake Ashinoko. Are you already getting tired from so much activity? At Gora Station, head to the platform that leads to the Hakone Tozan cable car. This tram takes you to the steep mountainside and up to the Sonzan station, where you transfer to the Hakone ropeway. Here, you can go out to the viewing platform and see Mount Fuji while relaxing at the heated foot bath. This is the hot water foot bath that they have up here, so you can sit here, look at the mountains, and have your feet in the hot water. This is the view from Suzan Station, looking into the valley at Hakone. Then on to the cable cars. A short ride further up the mountain, and all of a sudden, The earth drops far below you as you leave the forested edge of the mountain and are exposed to the yellow, sulfurous pit with its ever-present steam vents spewing out the repugnant, rotten egg smell, reminiscent of the same odor that permeated through your high school chemistry lab due to an experiment gone wrong. On the other side of Satan's pit is the Owakadani Station. Owakadani means Great Boiling Valley. Spend some time here exploring the walkways and trails if they're open, and get used to the sulfurous odor via the natural process of olfactory adaptation. Then go down the walkway to the shops and purchase your kuro tamago, or black egg. This is a special hard-boiled egg processed in the depths of the volcanic valley by the hot steam and water that comes from deep within the earth and watched over carefully by the workers, or mushitaka. The iron and sulfur in the water turn the shell a deep black color, while the egg white and yellow center remain unchanged. The benefit is that those who consume the egg will get 7 years added to their lives. The legend began during the Heian period, 794 to 1185, and persists to this day. And don't forget to round up the family for the classic photo around the black egg. At Togendai Station, there is a neat little restaurant with a variety of local Japanese cuisine. Nothing fancy, but it is filling. And of course, the ubiquitous souvenir stands. After a quick lunch, go out to the dock to board the unique pirate ship for a cruise around Lake Ashinoko. Presently, 3 ships plow the waves of Lake Ashi. The new Queen Ashinoko, the Royal II, and the oldest, more rustic Victory ship, which is the one we boarded. The 40-minute voyage passes a scenic shoreline dotted with shrines, cottages, hotels, and torii gates. The ship is all wood, giving the appearance of an old seagoing frigate, with the exception of being painted in an assortment of bright colors. No one seems to know why the pirate motif is used, but I proffer that these boats are a link to Japan's past, when frigates from England, Portugal, and the Netherlands sought to do trade with Japan. Another company runs a more modern double-hulled boat. Brave visitors venture out into the lake in rented swan boats and skiffs. If weather permits, you may catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji to the northwest. Upon reaching the little hamlet of Moto Hakone, disembark to stroll along the shore, past shops, the huge second torii gate, historical markers, and fishermen casting their rods from the shore. This is a nice place to rest, take in the scenery, or even spend a night or two at one of the many ryokans and hotels. The main attraction here is the trek to the picturesque Heiwa no Tori gate that sits at the end of a stone path that leads into the lake. Be prepared to wait up to 1 hour to get your own personal photo shots at the edge of the path under the gate. From here, you can go back to the road and visit the Hakone Shrine. Then make your way back to town to catch a bus back to Hakone or Gora. If time allows, visit the replica of the ancient checkpoint and museum, where in days of old, Travelers on the old Tokaido Road to Edo or Tokyo had to show their passes to the guards and seek shelter for the night. There are so many other things to see here in Hakone that the day visitor is only scratching the surface. This is why native Japanese people make many visits to this place and other areas of the country. You will want to return as well.